All right. Good morning, all. How are you guys doing this morning? Who had a shower this morning? Let me start with a more appropriate question, right? Who had a shower this morning? Great. So, yeah, we kind of worked out the deal with the hotel that, you know, if they cut the electricity at this morning, then we would make sure we had more amperage for this evening when we're doing karaoke. So I hope that you guys were okay with that executive decision. And Karen is now wondering why on earth she entrusted me to sort of MC this day. Karen Richardson is in her hotel room, holed up, and sick as a dog. So if you have an opportunity to tweet Karen today, tweet her, wish her well, hope she feels better, but thank her for keeping what's going on with her at the hotel. So I'll be doing my best. Karen had said, just do what I had planned on doing, like I know what she had planned on doing. But anyway, I would just like to welcome everybody to VSTE 2014. How many of you are here at VSTE for the first time? So I've been doing VSTE conferences before they were VSTE conferences. How many of you actually know this is a mouse pad? Anybody use a mouse pad before in their career? This is a mouse pad, and it says on it, Virginia Educational Computing Association. How many of you remember VICA? Hey, Gene Weller, hey. Yep, I recognize a couple of you. This is what we were called as Virginia's educators interested in technology and education before we became an ISTE affiliate. So it was kind of interesting. So this is probably my second or third VICA conference even, and this is my presenter gift for this conference. So when I think about what this timeline of presenters gifts would show, and I keep wondering, could I go back in my office and pull make a timeline of technology based on my presenters gifts at VSTE? I will challenge all of you who are first-timers here at VSTE this year to put in a proposal to become a presenter next year. We've got our youngest. I don't know that anybody that's actually been born yet can beat this one. We've got a 6-month-old coming to her first VSTE conference. So as I tweeted out from the VSTE account, the future is in the house, and we have an awesome responsibility to her to make sure that her teachers, who by the way are a lot of our kids right now, her teachers are awesomely prepared for making sure she gets the education she deserves. That's what we're going after at VSTE, and on behalf of the VSTE Conference Committee and the VSTE Board, we thank you for coming, being part of this, and being part of accepting that awesome responsibility. So I'm going to, speaking of awesome responsibilities, I'm now actually following Karen's script, and I am going to introduce Susan Larson, who is here with us from ISTE. And Susan is the Director of Volunteer Leadership at ISTE, and as an ISTE affiliate, ISTE says, how can we help you with the conference? And kicking it off is one of those ways, so I'm going to turn it over to Susan.
Thank you so much. I actually am a first-timer as well at VSTE. I've been with ISTE for, well, that's tough to say, ISTE, VSTE. I'll have to enunciate very clearly so you know which one I'm talking about. I've been with ISTE for about almost 8 years, and this is just the first time I've been able to actually work it in so that I could be here. So despite the wonderful greeting of no power at the hotel this morning and wind everywhere and whatever else, it's still really great to be here. I know you guys are going to have a great conference these next couple of days. I just wanted to say hello from ISTE for a few minutes, let you know a little bit more about it. Sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around what in the world are we. I even have a hard time sometimes trying to explain the breadth of what we do. So just FYI, ISTE is actually the International Society for Technology and Education. Usually when I say that to people, you always have to give a little pause for them to go, what? Okay, what in the world does that mean? This might help you kind of put some fingers to what does ISTE do and what are we all about. Well, our vision is a world where all learners thrive, achieve, and contribute Pretty big vision. How do we do that? As the creator and steward of the definitive education technology standards, ISTE's mission is to empower learners to flourish in a connected world by these kinds of things. Cultivating a passionate learning community, linking educators and partners, leveraging knowledge and expertise, advocating for strategic policies, and continually improving learning and teaching. A lot like what VSTE does here. We just happen to do it a little bit bigger. Here's the kind of some of the best ways to really kind of wrap your head around what are we known for and where do we put most of our focus. It's these three things: the standards, our conference, and our community. How many of you use the ISTE standards or try to use them in your schools and districts? That's not bad, not quite half. So I bet you at your sessions and stuff today and tomorrow, you're going to hear ISTE standards kind of thrown in to what different presenters are doing, and pick up on those. We work with educators all over the globe to develop and refine these standards and to create resources that all of you can use to implement them. Each year we kind of, I don't know, put on this little event called the ISTE Conference. I don't know, have any of you ever heard of it? Okay. How many of you were at Philadelphia last year? Or I'm sorry, Atlanta. Yeah, Philadelphia next year. A few. Just so happened last year in Atlanta was our record number. We had over 16,000 attendees. That doesn't even count the vendors. We had more than 20,000 people walking around. So if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. Very exciting to see those numbers get bigger and bigger. It kind of blows you away. There's about 10 things to do at any given time. You will be overwhelmed. That's kind of the point, and that's okay. So we really, really encourage you and invite you to come to Philadelphia this next year. Here's just a little bit about what you can learn in Philadelphia.
Really excited to be at ISTE. This is my first time, and I walked in and I was so overwhelmed, but like actually getting to go to sessions has given me more confidence to take into the classroom so that I can bring new ideas to the students.
Connecting face to face and meeting with people just to have that personal connection.
The secret of all of us changing the world is that if we believe we can change the world, we surely will.
You just feel empowered because you come up with different solutions and answers to problems, and you know that you're not alone, so it's just been a wonderful experience.
Because of the community that's here is so excited about education and technology.
All in one shot, I can look at the newest technology and be able to kind of touch base with some of the questions and put my hands on things.
I'm sitting with people, I'm talking with them, I'm seeing how it's interacting, how it's being used in the classroom.
I'm from Mumbai, India.
Yeah, I came here from Wellington, New Zealand.
We are from China.
Our school at Mexico City.
3 times a negative 180.
I said massively multiplayer thumb wrestling.
Well, I'm going to retire in 5 years, but as I go through all this technology, I'd like to teach another 30 years. It is awesome. New teachers have so many things to look forward to. The students do as well.
Not that you've signed on the dotted line yet, but how many of you at least want to go to Philadelphia and join us this year? Yes, much, much better. Really encourage you to check that out. Hope that you can come. There's group registration rates. There's all kinds of good things going on, and really hope to see you there. The ISTE community, though, goes year-round. Sometimes people think of us as just the conference and that's it, but it is so much more than that. How many of you are ISTE members already? A few. Very good. I really encourage you also as well to become an ISTE member if you are not already. By the way, VSTE members get a discount on their ISTE membership. So all you have to do is check off VSTE as you're signing up, and it gives you that automatic membership. There's so much you get as a member of course, lots of professional learning, lots of resources, lots of connections, all those great things. But you know what? There's so much you can contribute as well as a member. We need you. I guarantee you, even just in this room, there's so much expertise, there's so many great ideas, there's so much encouragement, there's so much connections that you can share, not only just, you know, with your colleagues here at your district or in the state, but around the nation and even around the world. You can be a writer, a blogger, a presenter. You can join any of our professional learning networks and build up your volunteer experience. There's so much that you can do. I know that there's only 24 hours in a day, but I know all of you, you know, actually double that generally in your given day. So I really encourage you to do that. And as you know, VSTE is one of our affiliates. One of the biggest things I get to do in my job is manage the whole affiliate program. So it's very exciting for me to be here with you and help your board connect with other affiliates. I know that just that networking they have as an organization with other affiliates around the world really helps strengthen and share ideas and that sort of thing. Definitely contribute or encourage you to join ISTE and join that community. If you want to learn more or chat with me, I'll be at the VSTE booth, which I think is upstairs, throughout the day, most of today. Also doing a session at 4 o'clock called Lead and Transform with ISTE, which is really good for district leadership. So hope to see you there. Thank you.
Okay, let me talk a little bit. So the VSTE board is, most of us are here. If you're a VSTE board member, if you please stand up. So this is, thank you very much. We've got folks from all over the state who are here. I think our longest drive to get here was how long? Was it, Jill? 7 hours. So we had a board member that drove 7 hours to get here. So that's great. The board is an elected board, and you will be able to, if you're a VSTE member, no reason not to be, because you can sign up for free, right? So if you're a VSTE member, you can go ahead and vote for the board when those elections come out later this spring. And we would encourage you to go ahead and sign up for membership now if you're not a member already, so that you will be eligible to vote come the springtime. The board is a policy board. We're a governance board. We're also an action board, but don't confuse the board with the conference committee. Even though we're all kind of dressed alike today, the conference committee are the other folks that didn't stand up here. We have a couple board members that are on both. But the conference committee, when you see those folks today, please thank them for what they've done. They're mostly volunteers, and they make this conference happen. So we're very appreciative of the conference committee. In terms of the board work, we do want to have some of our committee representatives. We've got committees, councils, and PLNs that the board is sponsoring this year. And I've got folks from each of those groups that are going to come up and talk. So I will turn it over to Kelly to come on up and up. You're going to talk a little bit, just briefly here, about the advocacy work that we're doing. And then Terry Laurie will come up and talk about education and outreach. And is Barb Gruber here? Did I see Barb? Hey, Barb. So Barb will come up and talk about the COSIN Council. And then Keith is going to speak about our virtual environments PLN. And we will move on from there.
Thank you, Becky. My name is Kelly Miller, and as Vicki said, I am the VSTE Advocacy Chair. As part of our strategic plan, the committee is working towards creating statements to inform and educate our legislator of issues that are relevant to you, our members. But part of the process is building relationships, and that is where we need your help. Relationships with our local legislators. We are asking people this year to contact your state legislators and ask them to talk to you about issues that are of concern to you, or just to even express how you feel about public education as it is today. We have, in order to help you do that, we've created a scavenger hunt, and that you can complete today, actually, because it has to be turned in by 5 p.m. today. And that gives you an idea of what the process is and helps you find out who your legislators are and that kind of thing. And then we also have some information that we've created based on some information from ISTE's advocacy and also from a meeting that we had with some lobbyists up in Richmond. So that's really helpful on how to address your legislator. And so if you want to get that information, you just need to stop by VSTE Central, which is located on the 2nd floor between the 1st and 2nd suites in front of the Tower Boardroom. That is where Susan will be, so you can talk to her about ISTE. You can, if you are not a member of VSTE yet, you can sign up today there as well. We'll have the online form ready for you. And as an added bonus, I have ribbons that you can only get at the advocacy table. So if you have any questions, I'll be there some part of most of the day, and I'll be up there and I can answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you have anybody in your school district that's a member of the state's of the Governor's SOL Innovation Committee, find some time to talk to them and make sure you put the plug in about the role of education, educational technology, not just being used for testing. So, all right.
Hi, I'm Terry Laurie, and I'm actually filling in for William Waller, who is our committee chairman for the Education and Advocacy Group, who was unable to be here, so I'm going to kind of do his spiel. In terms of education and outreach, I said advocacy, didn't I? I've got advocacy on the brain. In terms of education and outreach, we're trying to put together for our membership something that's a little bit different than what we've done before. There are lots of really, really good resources out there. ITCs, ITRTs, districts are putting together websites everywhere filled with really, really good tools. And sometimes it can be challenging to find the ones that are vetted and the really good resources. So what we're trying to do is create a one-stop shop, an aggregator, where we put together all of those resources, we review them, we check them out, so that it is easier for you all to find the tools that you need to do your jobs and to help our children. We're not trying to recreate the wheel, we're just trying to make it easier for you guys to find the right wheel that fits. So, thank you.
Very much, Terry. All right, Dr. Barb Gruber is going to speak with us about the COSIN Council. Are there any COSIN members in the room? Okay, all right.
One of the things that VSTE has talked about, and we have made part of our conference regularly, is to try to... You have the slide. Oh, no, I'm okay. Is to try and bring the two sides of IT together, the instructional side and the information side. So one of the logical progressions to that was to become a COSIN state affiliate. So we've done that, and it's called the VSTE COSIN Council. So some of the things that we're doing is advocating for instructional technology and informational technology at the state level with the advocacy committee. Trying to increase the professional development that's available out there for both sides of IT and develop ways that they can work together more friendlier, less adversarial. Elevating professional practice. COSIN has a CTO certification. Right now, I'm the only person in the Virginia, DC area that holds it. We're going to start it's called a CETL study group, starting in January. If you go to the link that's on here, we'll have a sign up for the CETL study group. It's going to start in January. We're hoping if we have enough candidates that when we run our CTO forum in May, that we might be able to offer the CETL exam the day before that and build the number of CETL certified people in the Washington, D.C. area. Supporting ed tech leaders. One of the things that we've heard regularly is that the information technology side doesn't have a lot of opportunities to get together and talk about common issues. So we're having a CTO forum on May 6th, hopefully to bring them together and start that kind of dialogue and further that communication between the two ITs. So we have a session today at 4 o'clock in room 4A. Stop by.
Thank you, Barb. All right, Keith. Here he comes. Keith is going to speak to us about the Virtual Environments, PLN.
Good morning, my friends. I am your treasurer. I am very pleased to serve as the board liaison for the Virtual Environments, PLN, and yes, I'm the guy that beats up Whoopi Goldberg on YouTube. Bill Schmachtenberg and I were talking yesterday, and he proposed this suggestion that those of us who have been working extensively in virtual environments may be a little bit ahead of the curve. We may be pushing the boundaries of what is capable and possible in schools from a technology perspective a little bit beyond what we're prepared for. I see no better group of people in Virginia to be prepared to be futurists than those who are interested in pushing the envelope just a little bit. As I've said several times in video podcasts from the VSTE conference over the last several years, I am of the fervent conviction that the era of the virtual environment is not sunsetting, it is dawning. Those of you who were involved in Second Life in 2008 and haven't been back since, I invite you to reconsider. It is not simply a networking tool, and the Virtual Environments PLN is not about one platform. We are the first official PLN within the VSTE community. We are mirroring the maneuvering from the SIG to the PLN that ISTE has undertaken. We were pleased yesterday to have our first formal election. We are now officially incorporated, and we are banging on all cylinders. Kim Harrison from Virginia Beach and Vasily Gianoutsas have been elected the chair and vice chair, and looking forward to their leadership. I invite you to join us. The VEPLN is not just for experts. Our mission is, quote, exploring, pushing student learning, to collaborate with educators in Virginia and around the world to explore, experience, analyze, develop, and disseminate strategies and methods for teaching and learning in digital simulations, game worlds, and virtual environments. The PLN is not simply for experts, it is for everyone, and the way to get involved is to talk to one of us. It's kind of like the Masons. You want to be one, ask one. So if you are happy to get involved in that, you do not need to have any prior experience. You could have left and come back. You may be just getting your feet wet. You may be one of the experts out there that we have yet to tap into. It's not just one environment, it's any environment, and we invite you to join us with that. I loved what Rob Furman said yesterday about the potential of the virtual environment and that we're going to be seeing these things more and more. If you're interested in getting in on the ground floor, we're the group for you. We look forward to working with you.
Okay, a word about the wireless. How many of you have a device that you can turn into a wireless hotspot? You know how to do that? Please don't. Okay, the conference facility, we're attempting to mitigate all of the wireless issues that folks were reporting yesterday. And it's really difficult for us to work with the internet providers here if when they pull up their diagnostics, they're seeing all of those beacons out there broadcasting. So it doesn't help us diagnose the issue. It doesn't help us. So please just know that we've made some changes since yesterday, and we need to give an opportunity to the company that we're working with to really bang away at those changes and make the changes that we need to better serve you guys. But it doesn't help us when the page doesn't load as quickly as you would like it to, and you fire up 3 access points right there. And if you want to know more about how these access points work, then we have plenty of people who can explain that to you. I will just tell you, it doesn't help us. So please don't. And when you do attach to the wireless network, you should also open a browser, and it will take you to the sketch page for the VSTE conference. That means you're on the network. If it takes a few seconds to load, be patient with us, but please don't fire up your phone, okay? Appreciate that. And now I am going to turn it over to Katie Knapp, who is going to introduce, talk to us a little bit about the awards, right? Okay.
Thanks, Becky. Good morning. Before we actually get started with the actual awards presentation, I would like to introduce our awards sponsor and a great friend of VSTE, Mr. Stuart Smith from McGraw-Hill.
Good morning. For those of you who know me, yes, this is my windblown look. And we certainly appreciate the opportunity to bring greetings from McGraw-Hill. I'd like to take a second and just recognize our Virginia team who is sitting over here. If you guys would stand up, please. Thank you. We are all excited to be part of the 2014 VSTE conference, but more importantly, we are honored to celebrate these exemplary educators and their significant accomplishments. McGraw-Hill Education partners around the world with students, educators, and administrators to deliver engaging, adaptive, and personalized solutions that improve performance and results. Whether hybrid, digital, or adaptive, our goal is to provide tools and resources that make learning easy, efficient, engaging, and effective. However, excuse me. However, we can only achieve these 4 E's by understanding what the needs are in the classrooms. Working with educators such as the ones we recognize today, we hone our content to ensure it meets the ultimate standard, supporting student outcomes. These awards recipients have taken their desire to impact those outcomes and turn it into innovative instruction and initiatives. They have been recognized by their peers as outstanding, and we applaud their accomplishments. As a small token of our appreciation for these efforts, we will award each honoree a classroom subscription to ALEX, our web-based artificially intelligent assessment and learning system for mathematics. Thank you all for what you've done with your students, and congratulations for your awards.
That's not for him.
I don't get to keep it.
Okay, on with the awards presentation. This year we presented 3 awards to very deserving VSTE members. The VSTE Outstanding Teacher, Outstanding Leader, and Innovative Educator Awards recognize and honor those who have demonstrated outstanding achievement and leadership in implementing technology to improve education. Award recipients are selected by a committee from a pool of nominations submitted by you, the VSTE members from across Virginia. This year's Outstanding Teacher honoree has been described as a versatile teacher. He teaches both lower and upper level math classes. In the classroom, he effectively reaches all students of varying level abilities. He implements technology in a variety of instructional strategies to develop fundamental math skills and to challenge students at higher mathematical levels. I am pleased to present to you the 2014 VSTE Outstanding Teacher from Prince William County Schools, Daniel Nemero. The nomination materials for this year's Outstanding Leader stated, she and her staff have worked tirelessly to complete upgrades to our system-wide networks and to support teachers in their use of interactive whiteboards, personal response systems, and web-based record-keeping systems. Additionally, she has worked to ensure that all HCPS students in grades 3 through 8 are participants in our nationally recognized one-to-one mobile device initiative, equipping students with iPads and digital textbooks. I'm pleased to present to you the 2014 VSTE Outstanding Leader from Henry County Public Schools, Janet Copenhaver. Congratulations. Our Innovative Educator honoree has been responsible for developing and hosting a regional educational technology conference for the past 4 years. The yearly conference focuses on creating regional connections and community between K-12 teachers and administrators to support technology in education. The focus is on enhancing collaboration and improving teaching and learning. Lifelong skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, innovation, and creativity are stressed at the conference. I am pleased to present to you the 2014 VSTE Innovative Educator from the University of Mary Washington College of Education, Dr. Teresa Kaufman.
Thank you so much.
Please join me one last time in congratulating all 3 of our award winners.